Hello students, today the topic which we are going to discuss is tissue system for class 9th. What is tissue? Tissue is a group of cell of the same type or the different type having a same origin and performing the similar function. All underlined words are operative words, means without, if you miss any of the word you will lose the definition. So what is tissue? Tissue is a group of cell of the same type, like in parenchyma we have same kind of cells, or different type like in xylem and phloem we have different kind of cells having the same origin. This is very important, and performing a similar function is known as tissue. What is the study of tissue called? The study of tissue is called histology. Okay. Now, let's see the classification of plant tissue. Plant tissue are divided into two categories, meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Meristematic tissue are the tissue which helps which keep on dividing throughout their life. Meristematic tissue means division in their life. Permanent tissue are the kind of meristematic tissue which have lose the ability to divide. Okay. Now meristematic tissue are of three types: apical meristematic tissue, lateral meristematic tissue and intercalary meristematic tissue. These tissues are divided on the basis of location. Permanent tissue are of two types, one is simple and one is complex. Simple permanent tissue means the tissue is made up of one kind of cell, that is parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. While complex permanent tissue are the tissue which are made up of many kind of cells, like xylem. Xylem has four kind of cells: tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma, xylem fiber. Phloem, sieve tube, companion cell, phloem parenchyma and phloem fiber. Now let's discuss these tissues in detail. First is meristematic tissue. On the basis of location, meristematic tissue are of three types: apical meristematic tissue. Apical meristematic tissue is present on the tip of stem. It means it is responsible for the increment of height of the stem. Meristematic tissue, apical meristematic tissue is present at the tip of root also. So they are responsible for the depth of the रूट. रूट की लंबाई बढ़ाने के लिए, शूट की लंबाई बढ़ाने के लिए there is apical meristematic tissue. Intercalary meristematic tissue. Intercalary meristematic tissue is present on nodes. These are nodes. Nodes are the points from where the branches are arised. These are nodes. Okay. And the gap between two nodes is known as internodes. That is called internodes. So they are present on the nodes or internodes region, and they are responsible for, intercalary meristematic tissue is responsible for number of branches. Lateral meristematic tissue. This is a lateral meristematic tissue. बहुत आसान है इसको याद करना. लेटरल मतलब लेटे लेटे मोटे हो जाना. So this is responsible for the girth. Lateral meristematic tissue is responsible for the girth और थिकनेस, उसकी मोटाई बढ़ाने के लिए होता है. Meristematic tissue is a tissue which have the ability to divide, so they have prominent nucleus. They have abundant cytoplasm. ICS, intercellular space absent. They have thin cell wall made up of cellulose. They do not have any reserve food. कोई reserve food इनके पास में नहीं होता है. So apical meristematic tissue is responsible for the growth of the plant. Plant की height के लिए, root की growth के लिए apical meristematic tissue or meristematic tissue is responsible. Now the simple permanent tissue. Let's understand the meaning first. Simple means and they are made up of one kind of cell. Permanent tissue means the tissue which have lose the ability to divide, जिन्होंने divide करने की ability को लूज कर दिया है, दैट इज कॉल्ड सिंपल परमानेंट टिश्यू. Now simple permanent tissue is living tissue. It is living tissue. As they are living means they have nucleus. As they are living, they have abundant cytoplasm. P for parenchyma. P से पतली. In parenchyma, thin, patili, thin cell wall, and that cell wall is having the deposition of cellulose. The main function of parenchyma is to store food. So they have vacuole for that. They store food in vacuole. ठीक है? So main functions are they are living, nucleus is present, abundant cytoplasm is present, intercellular space is generally absent, thin cell wall, that is cell wall is made up of cellulose only, and they have a vacuole bigger in size to store food. Now sometime parenchyma may contain chloroplast. If they have chloroplast, that kind of parenchyma is known as chlorenchyma. They can do photosynthesis. Sometimes they have air spaces. If air spaces are there, that kind of parenchyma is known as aerenchyma. And aerenchyma is present only in aquatic plants. So they help in floating. Okay, next tissue is collenchyma. Collenchyma is living tissue. In collenchyma, what you have to learn, C for collenchyma, C for corner, C for cellulose. In collenchyma, cellulose is deposited on the corner. So they are thick in corner. Okay. Collenchyma provide flexibility to the cell. Nucleus is present because they are living cell. Vacuole is comparatively small. They are generally present below epidermis in stem. They provide mechanical support and they provide flexibility. Like this is your coriander, dhania. You can bend these stem without breaking. This is because of collenchyma. So the main location of collenchyma is below epidermis in stem. They are generally absent in root, leaves and monocot stem. The another tissue is sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma is dead tissue. So they do not have nucleus. Nucleus absent. Vacuole absent. If you eat pear, in pear you found some stone cells. आपको grittiness लगती है. That stone cell is of parenchyma. ये parenchyma की ही stone cells होती हैं. If you are talking about leaves, in leaves we have veins. These veins are of sclerenchyma. They are present in hard covering of seed. Like if I draw that peanut, मूंगफली, in that these are your peanuts, and this hard shell is also made up of sclerenchyma. So if we compare between parenchyma and collenchyma and sclerenchyma, parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. This is living, this is living, this is dead. This has nucleus, no nucleus. These are the two important. They have vacuole, no vacuole. They mainly store food. They mainly provide flexibility. They are present in hard part of the body. Complex permanent tissue. Complex permanent tissue are of two types. One is xylem and one is phloem. Complex means they are made up of more than one kind of cell. They are made up of more than one kind of cell. And permanent means they do not have ability to divide. So xylem is made up of four kind of cells. Xylem parenchyma living, xylem vessels dead, tracheids dead, xylem fibers dead. Wherever you are having the word fiber means dead tissue. Phloem is also made up of four kind of cells. Phloem parenchyma living, companion cells living, phloem fiber dead, and sieve tube living. Now, what is the function of xylem? Xylem helps to conduct water and minerals from root to different parts of the plant. Now, if you are writing it is conducting water, answer is incomplete. Where? If you are writing it is conducting water in plants, again it is wrong, because you are not mentioning from where to where. Look here, this is the xylem. In xylem, one-way transportation is possible from root to different parts of the plant. It helps in the transportation of water and minerals. There is no end walls between cells. Cells के बीच में कोई end wall नहीं है. इससे क्या होगा? There is a continuous flow of water. Their wall is lignified. Lignified means इनकी wall के ऊपर lignin का deposition होता है. And lignin make them impervious to water. इसको वाटर के प्रति impervious बनाते हैं. इससे क्या होगा? xylem की खुद की वॉल पानी से गीली नहीं होंगी. And they can supply water from root to different parts of the plant. As in case of xylem, most of the tissues are dead. How many tissues are there in xylem? There are four kind of tissues in xylem. First is xylem parenchyma. It is living tissue. Xylem fiber, it is dead. Tracheids, dead. Vessels, dead. So we can say in case of xylem, most of the tissues are dead. That's why old xylem provide mechanical strength. Old xylem क्या बनाता है? Old xylem form wood. Old xylem form wood. ये wood में convert हो जाता है and it provide mechanical strength. This is the diagram of phloem. Look in the diagram of the phloem. Phloem is consist of four parts: seed plate, sieve tube, phloem parenchyma, and companion cell. Sieve plate, if we are talking about sieve plate is perforated, so it allows food to pass. This is the sieve tube, continuous channel. Phloem parenchyma, supporting tissue. Phloem parenchyma is to store food. Companion cell. Now, if we compare the diagram for phloem parenchyma and companion cell contain more cytoplasm. उसका cytoplasm comparatively dense होता है. Look here how we can draw the diagram. Wait. This is the rough structure I am trying to draw for you. These are the seed plate. Okay, so this one is sieve plate, this is sieve tube. Now here a small nucleus and less cytoplasm. This is phloem parenchyma. Here the nucleus is comparatively bigger in size and more dense cytoplasm is there. This is companion cell. Now the question is, why companion cell contain dense cytoplasm? Actually, sieve tube, this is the sieve tube. Sieve tube does not contain any nucleus. इसके पास में कोई nucleus नहीं होता. So as per the law, it should be considered as dead tissue. But it is not considering as a dead tissue because there is continuous supply of cytoplasm from the companion cell. Now here you need to note two more important things, that first, sieve tube doesn't contain nucleus. Number two, the important one, companion cells are absent in gymnosperm and fern. Okay, so sieve tube does not contain nucleus. This is the important one. Companion cells are absent in fern and gymnosperm. This is important one. What is the function of phloem parenchyma? Phloem parenchyma store food. Phloem parenchyma absent in monocot stem. Okay. चलिए. So by this we have discussed the plant tissue. Now one more is left. Epidermis and cork cell. Epi means upar. Dermis means skin. So this is the tissue which is present above the skin. Now what is the basic function of epidermis? Epidermis is basically derived from apical meristematic tissue and parenchyma. Epidermis provide protection. Epidermis provide protection when in case of aquatic plant, because above the epidermis there is a layer of wax. Wax की लेयर होती है और ये wax की लेयर जो होती है वो क्या प्रोवाइड करती है? प्रोटेक्शन प्रोवाइड करती है. On epidermis of leaf, epidermis of leaf contains stomata. So what is the location of stomata? On the epidermis of leaf. What is the location of lenticell? Lenticell is present on epidermis of stem. Epidermis provide protection against injury. Epidermis sometimes contain in some of the cereal plants, they contain silica, so they prevent the plant from the grazing animals. If we are talking about the cork, cork is the protective tissue which prevent the tissue from the wearing and tearing. Cork is replaced to or reinforce the peripheral protective tissue को provide protection provide करता है. Cork cells dead होता है. Cork cells is suberized. इसके अंदर सुबेरिन का डिपोजिशन होता है. This suberin makes it impervious to water. It is bad conductor of heat. And electricity, and absorb sound and absorb vibration. इसलिए बहुत सारे हमारे जैसे हम रैकेट के अंदर जो शटल कॉक होती है, हम उसको शटल कॉक में कॉक क्यों यूज करते हैं? बिकॉज इट इज अ बैड कंडक्टर ऑफ हीट. because it is a bad conductor of electricity, because it can absorb sound, because it is impervious to water. तो हमारे लिए खेलना आसान है, अदरवाइज वो पानी में जाके हैवी हो सकती थी। बार बार खेलने से यदि वो गर्म हो जाएगी तो हमें खेलने में प्रॉब्लम होगी फ्रिक्शन की वजह से। Now, if we are talking about epithelial cells in animal cell, we have different kind of epithelial cell in animal cell. In animal cell, epithelial cell is the outermost layer. It is simple squamous epithelial. Simple squamous epithelial are flat tissue where the nucleus is in center. What is the location? On the skin, on the cavity, on the lining of blood vessels. Simple cuboidal tissue. It is cube shaped and nucleus is in center. It is generally present on kidney tubules, salivary glands, गालों के चीक पर होते हैं. Simple columnar tissue. They are taller than broader, like this. They are generally present in intestine region, so they can absorb food or nutrients from there. This is their nucleus. Nucleus is in the bottom, base में होता है. This is their basement membrane. This is stratified squamous epithelium. Stratified squamous. Stratified means multiple layers. और किसकी multiple layers हैं? Squamous की. Means ये flat cells हैं और वो multiple layer बनाते हैं. Similarly, we can have stratified cuboidal. Cube shaped cells की layers है. Pseudo stratified columnar layer. Pseudo stratified columnar layer में क्या है कि आपको लगता है कि ये ऐसे कॉलम शेप्ड होती हैं, ऐसा लगता है कि ये मल्टीपल लेयर्स हैं. दिस इज नॉट मल्टीपल लेयर, सिंगल लेयर इज देयर, बट उनका जो ओरिएंटेशन है वो डिफरेंट है. कुछ बड़ी हैं, कुछ छोटी हैं, इसलिए इसको सीडो कहते हैं क्योंकि ऐसा लगता है कि मल्टीपल लेयर की है. एपिथेलियल टिश्यू में एक और होते हैं. सम टाइम whether it is a cuboidal shaped or columnar shaped, sometime they have cilia. This is called ciliated epithelial tissue. Ciliated epithelial tissue is generally present on the lining of trachea or oviduct, which helps in the removal of the unwanted particles. वो unwanted particles को बाहर निकालने में help करते हैं. Now, connective tissue. How you can learn the all connective tissue? We have already discussed. What do you have to learn? You have to learn the name of my friend Saftal. ये याद करने के लिए है. S for skeletal tissue. A for areolar tissue. F for fluid connective tissue, that is blood and lymph. T for tendon. A for adipose tissue and L for ligament, and these are the skeletal tissues. Okay, so what you have to learn? Skeletal tissue are of 6 types. Muscular tissue, connective tissue, they are of 6 types. Skeletal tissue. In skeletal tissue we have bone and cartilage. These are our bones and cartilage. Let's understand the difference between bone and cartilage. बोन क्या होते हैं? बोन हार्ड होते हैं. कार्टिलेज इज कंपैरेटिवली सॉफ्ट. बोन इज पोरस टिश्यू एंड कार्टिलेज इज नॉन पोरस टिश्यू. बोन कंसिस्ट ऑफ ब्लड वेसल्स. कार्टिलेज डज नॉट कंसिस्ट ऑफ ब्लड वेसल्स. कार्टिलेज के अंदर ब्लड वेसल्स नहीं होते हैं. हमने याद भी किया था. हम लोग बोल देते हैं ना आसानी से, तुम्हारे वो ऐसे शैतानी करोगे तो तुम्हारे कान काट देंगे. तो क्यों बोल देते हैं? क्योंकि हमें भी पता है, ये समझने के लिए है, याद करने के लिए है कि नाक कान में क्या होता है? कार्टिलेज होता है. वहाँ ब्लड वेसल्स नहीं होते हैं. बट ऐसा आप ट्राई मत करिएगा, क्योंकि ब्लड वेसल्स सिर्फ एक पर्टिकुलर पार्ट में नहीं है. ये तो सिर्फ समझाने भर के लिए है आपके लिए। तो बोन एंड कार्टिलेज में बोन के अंदर ब्लड वेसल्स होते हैं और कार्टिलेज में ब्लड वेसल्स नहीं होते हैं। व्हाट इज लिगामेंट? लिगामेंट कनेक्ट बोन टू बोन। लुक हियर if we are compare the tendon and ligament, देखिए this one, let's draw the difference tendon and ligament. टेंडन कनेक्ट बोन टू मसल्स, देखिए बोन और मसल्स को जोड़ रहा है टेंडन, एंड लिगामेंट कनेक्ट्स बोन टू बोन। ये आपका एक बोन है and this is the another bone and this is the ligament. So what is the difference between tendon and ligament? Tendon is made up of white fiber, ligament is made up of yellow fiber. आपको याद करने का तरीका भी मैंने बताया था, कैसे याद करेंगे। टेंडन में क्या है, वाइट, इस टी से टेंडन याद करेंगे। लिगामेंट इज मेड अप ऑफ येलो फाइबर, एल से लिगामेंट। वाइट, अब वाइट कपड़ा पहन के बहुत फ्लेक्सिबल नहीं होते हैं, इसलिए टेंडन वाइट फाइबर जो हैं दे आर इनइलास्टिक। ये याद करने के तरीके हैं खाली आपके। लिगामेंट मेड अप ऑफ येलो फाइबर, और येलो कपड़ा पहन के आप कुछ भी घूम फिर सकते हो, मतलब आप कंपैरेटिवली इलास्टिक होते हो। टेंडन कनेक्ट्स बोन टू मसल्स, and ligament connect bone to bone. Okay, next is muscular tissue. We have three kind of muscular tissue. One is skeletal muscular tissue. Skeletal muscular tissue is cylindrical in shaped, alternate light and dark bands होते हैं, मल्टी न्यूक्लिएटेड होते हैं। इनकी जो प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन होती है, दिस इज नोन एज सार्कोमियर, एंड देयर साइटोप्लाज्म और सार्कोलेमा, नॉट सार्कोमियर, सॉरी, सार्कोलेमा। And the liquid inside it or the cytoplasm is known as sarcoplasm. They are voluntary in action, means they can work under your will. So they are generally present in hands and legs. The another one is smooth muscles. This one is smooth muscles. They are spindle shaped like this, uninucleated. They are involuntary. They are generally present in internal organs. The third one is cardiac muscles. Cardiac muscles are the link between skeletal muscles and smooth muscles. Like smooth muscles, they are made up of one nucleus. They consist of one nucleus. Like striated muscles, they are cylindrical in shape. They have alternate light and dark bands. They are branched. They are present in heart. As they are branched, they can supply blood to the entire body. ये पूरी बॉडी को ब्लड सप्लाई कर सकते हैं. They do not tired easily, but once they tired forever. Nervous tissue. Nervous tissue is present in specific cells of brain and spinal cord. Nervous tissue consists of three parts. Cyton, it is the main body. Dendrites, this cyton is also known as soma. Dendrites, it receive the message, ये यहाँ से मैसेज लेते हैं और ये एक्सोन से होता हुआ दूसरे सेल में चला जाता है। ओरिजिनली ऐसे दिखाई देते हैं ये। They have long thread-like structure that is called axon. Axon is surrounded by a myelin sheath. Myelin sheath इसको प्रोटेक्शन प्रोवाइड करती है। Schwann cells आप याद कर सकते हैं तो बहुत अच्छी बात है। Schwann cells helps in the secretion of myelin sheath. वो myelin sheath के secretion में help करती है। These are the axon terminals. यहाँ पे साइनेप्स होगा, यहाँ से एक नया न्यूरॉन शुरू हो जाता है. So nervous tissue helps in the conduction of impulses. Okay, so this is the just summary of this chapter. Still I will suggest you read your book. This is just a summary, and revise the previous videos. Okay, till then, take care. Goodbye.